Good morning, Seddrick Hill here, your favorite city manager here at Rehab Select with
Christopher Schmidt.
All right, and tell me a little about Rehab Select.
Well, thanks for having me, Seddrick, and I appreciate it. We are a family-owned business. My mother, Patty Wallace, and I started the company 36 years ago, and I joined her full-time 35 years ago. So we've been doing this a long time. Currently, we have 5 skilled nursing facilities and rehab centers. We have 2 assisted living centers. We have a medical supply company, a pharmacy, 4 nursing assistant training academies, and a nurse practitioner company. Overall, we take care of about 780 patients, Seddrick, and we have about 1,200 folks that work with us to deliver the services to these guys.
Wow. And why is the city of Talladega? Why here? Why was this?
So Talladega has been important to our family. We got here over 31 years ago, and believe it or not, in 1991, my mother Patty Wallace said, "Chris, this is your first facility that you're going to go run." Okay. So I was 25 at the time, and I've been training at the largest facility in the state, Montgomery, with my mother. And 1991, September 1st, I showed up here. I brought some folks with me that are still with us here today, and off we went, and that's how we got our start in Talladega. We were hand-selected by the family that started this facility, and because of they want their legacy to carry on to another family that had a good reputation.
And what are some of the positions and things and career ladders that you achieved?
One of the things that are really important to my mother and I is career development and upward movement. Just in our company overall, here at Talladega, we have about 350 people working here.
Wow.
So we've got a lot of folks. We care for 234 patients here, but the way we've been successful is by starting people kind of really at the front line and move them up. So, for example, here our largest population of employees is called the Certified Nursing Assistant. Okay. So, and how that works is we have a nursing assistant training academy that's right here in Talladega, right across the street. We've been operating there for about 20 years. So maybe someone right off the street wants to dip their foot in healthcare and see if this is for them. Well, this is how they do it. We have folks from high school students, folks community college, whatever. So they will go to our nursing assistant training school and get their certification to be a nursing assistant. We bring them into the facility, we teach them hands-on how to take care of folks, and then we show them the career ladder. So the career ladder looks like this. You start as a certified nurse assistant, that's kind of level 1. Next level, you're going to become medication tech certified, that's level 2. Level 3 would become a charge nurse. And then level 4 would be a nurse manager, and then maybe the 5th level would be the nursing director. Once they prove themselves, we basically pay for all of their school, and we take them from one level to the next, to the next, to the next, and it's really helped us be very successful. Of our 5 buildings, 3 of our nursing directors, the highest position in nursing, started as a frontline worker, as a certified nursing assistant. We're really proud of that fact. I don't know of any other company in Alabama that's done anything like that with our frontline employees. So we're super proud of that career ladder, and it's helped us have stability, longevity, people that really are here for the right reason and really care. You really care for the place, care for these patients.
And then the most important part of that was, how much does it cost again for a person that comes in the door that wants the training?
Yeah, so we now do the training for free, and we have advertised free certified nurse assistant training. It's gone like wildfire. We are training about 15 to 30 people every single month to begin their career as a certified nurse assistant. There's a nursing shortage all over the state of Alabama, all over the nation, and this is our solution to grow our own, to make our own, and we work very closely with the community colleges to become a charge nurse after 1 year, and then if they want to go another year, they become a registered nurse in 2 years. So that's super important to us. We're real proud of these guys that have moved up here. A lot of the nurses assistants here and nurses trained me 30 years ago, and myself, I got certified as a nurse assistant in 1991 right here in this facility, and I've got my degree from Auburn that I'm very proud of, but I'm equally as proud of my certification to be a certified nurse assistant. And this way, we believe that us administrators can help the frontline guy out, turn the patient, transfer the patient, change the patient, care for the patient. And when we get a new employee, we get to show them the ropes, show them what we mean by good patient care. Yeah.
It's really good. I talked about that a lot with the city of Talladega, and we launched an internship program where we wanted to do the same thing, kind of groom your own, keep some of the high school students here, keep some of the college students here, and also out of one of the interns, we've hired one of them.
Yeah.
So it shows that it works. And also, I was an intern with the city of Talladega in the public works department, and the kind of the street department, where you learn everything, and you can relate to all the staff. So
speaking of interns, we also do internships for our healthcare administrators. So of our 5 buildings, every single administrator grew up with us, and many of them did their college internship with us. So it's kind of they get to check us out before they commit. And see if they like us and we like them. But anyway, our administrators come from UAB Healthcare Administration, from Auburn Healthcare Administration primarily, and they're all running our facilities. So they come right out of college. We have a really intense training program for these guys, and it's right here in this facility because it's our largest facility. It's just a great training experience because here we have 5 different units, very large facility, so they get experience on all 5 units. And what we do is we turn them into what we call a floor administrator. So this is going to be their chance as a college graduate, a healthcare administration graduate, to see if they like it. And we give them a unit, a 48-bed unit, maybe of our long-term patients. These guys, the patients there, are good communicators. They tell you what they want. They love bingo. They love games. They love arts and crafts. So the floor administrator is going to work with the nurse manager, an assessment nurse, a social worker, and an activities person, and they're going to run this unit as if it's their own facility. So this gives us a chance to see, hey, they can do 1 unit of 48. Maybe we can progress them to go up to 100, 150, and maybe even 200 beds. So we're real proud of that healthcare administration progression as well. But the internships is all important for sure.
Can you talk a little about I believe you're dabbling some overseas recruitment?
Yeah, thanks, Seddrick. So we're very proud to have a very diverse population working with us. We like people from all walks of life, all different educational levels. It's very important. It makes this thing a go and make it so special. So we have people that work with us today from Uganda, from Tanzania, from Kenya, from Nigeria, and our newest person that works right here at Talladega is a special nurse from Gambia. And we have found that folks, especially from the continent of Africa, from the countries I mentioned, their customer service is just top-notch. They're really hardworking folks. They've got great culture, great backgrounds. So we have reached out to the country of Kenya, and we are doing job fairs over there. As a matter of fact, my representative went over there and set up 2 job fairs. We had 300 nurses attend in Nairobi and Mombasa to hear myself, but more importantly, my Kenyan nurses right behind me saying what the opportunity is here. We help them through the immigration process. We work through their work visa. We get them a green card. And what's special about it is they get to bring their whole family with them. And these nurses it's opposite of it. They don't have a job right now. They're registered nurses that are sitting at home, looking for something to do. So it's just a great, not only a career opportunity, but it's a great opportunity for their whole, family and things like that. We've established housing right across the street here at Talladega for these folks to come here. They can stay up to 6 months so they can get their feet on the ground. Then we can get them an apartment. We can get them their income rolling in, get them transportation. We buy their groceries for them to get their feet, get them going because, they're not used to the culture here. And we've been very successful with that. So we're very excited that Talladega is going to really have a lot more international folks living here, being part of the community. So super exciting.
And this is exciting too because when I'm out working and talking to developers, the key question is, do you all need housing?
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah, they do.
We need housing for Rehab Select. We need
That's right.
housing for the hospital, for NASCAR, for all of the different industries here, the AIDB, Talladega College.
Yeah. And I lived here a long time in Talladega, and there's a true need for housing right here in the community and the surrounding areas.
Right.
It's a beautiful area. We all love to go up to Cheehaw, and I spent my fair share of time on Logan Martin Lake. My little kids grew up on that pontoon boat and hanging out here. So I think we can get some housing for these folks. It'll be a draw to live here in the city, if at all possible. That's I lived just down by the Spring Street Community Center, and when it snowed here in '92 and '93, we walked to work and we brought our families and our kids right up here to this facility. We slept right here in the rehab gym with our kids.
Wow.
So, for about a week at each time. So living here in this town, I think is super important. So any way we can promote that with the city and the community leaders, we are all about it, let me tell you.
Okay. And do you all do anything out in the community as far as, drives for the patients or anything of that nature?
So community involvement, of course, with this type of facility is super important, and things like that. We have liaisons that we're out in the different communities, and every community has a senior center.
Right.
So right down here at Spring Street, we're going to be down there every single month, bringing them snacks, bringing them refreshments. We're definitely going to do bingo the fun way. We do Meals on Wheels. We deliver food to folks in need around the community, and we pretty much participate in most community event from the springtime April event all the way to sometimes on Saturdays we have a event on the square and things like that, and so that's super important to us, and then some of the civic organizations we've been able to participate over the years.
I'm a witness to how good the food is.
Number
one.
Well, we got a cook named Mary Jo. Mary Jo been here probably 40 years. She cooks the best fried chicken and catfish in our whole company, of all of our cooks. And she's special. And she'll probably retire sometime, but hopefully not too soon.
Not too soon.
Not too soon, so good.
And then also a witness to how great you take care of the patients here. I had a professor named Dr. Bernie Bray.
Bernie Bray, okay. Yeah.
One of my favorite professors, got me my first internship, my first job.
Really?
And I used to come visit him here until he passed. So,
well, taking care of our population is hard. It's challenging. It's interesting. It used to be traditional long-term care, seniors and things like that. It's not anymore. We have 5 units here, kind of unique units. One is traditional post-acute, after hospital stay long-term care, and those folks are going to be with us, a long time. And we have another unit that is our behavioral care unit, and these folks require special training by the staff to take care of the behaviors and things like that. And we've gotten really very good at that. Of course, Talladega has Institute for Deaf, Institute for Blind, Institute for Deaf and Blind, Helen Keller School, and we take care of Helen Keller style patients right here in this building. And those are some of the first patients that I experienced 30 years ago. And I figured out very quickly that the staff was really good at that, and they were, and they showed me the ropes. Let me tell you. But aside from the behavior unit, the third one is going to be typical Alzheimer's and dementia care. It's really unfortunate. It's a growing population of Alzheimer's and dementia care. There again, we have specialized training for these guys, and we're very good at the dementia care. And the last one is our medical unit. It's almost hospital care, but it's one step down, and so we call this care subacute care. And these folks are very needy medically. They're going to have IVs, needing antibiotics. They may have a trach. They may be totally dependent. They may have a lot of things going on with them, multiple issues, and so we concentrate our nurse practitioners and our doctors on these patients for their medical needs. And then the fifth one and the last one that we're known for all over the state is our rehab model. And so we're sitting right here, what we call Rehab Select. And my mother, Patty, started doing rehab in long-term facilities in 1972, before anybody was doing this, except for a handful across the nation. She felt like not everyone should be here long term. We felt like a certain population, a certain portion should be short-term rehab and go home. So we're sitting here in the rehab unit. We rehab close to 30, 40 to 50 to up to 60 people every single month to go back home, believe it or not.
Wow.
Yes, it's pretty amazing. So we're fortunate and blessed to have such a good unit here with the ADL kitchens and training people how to get in and out of cars and how to run a dish machine and a washing machine. So, but that's what we're known for. But that's not all what we do. We do so much more. You know, we have a wide range of patients here, anywhere from 20 in their 30s and their 40s. Folks that have had significant accidents, whether it's a car crash, a bad injury at work. Usually they have to be what we call catastrophic, that they need a lot of care, and we get these guys going. It could take 3 months, 6 months to a year, but we get these guys back to the workforce. So anyway, we're proud of doing that for the younger folks. But really it's a wide range from 20 all the way up to folks up to their 80s, 90s, and even 100.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, before we go to tour the facility, can you tell me just what are a couple of things that you believe the city can do better in promoting here and just partnering more?
Well, it's definitely a partnership. You know, cities and businesses can really thrive if we're working well together.
Right.
We definitely got to understand each other's needs. We've got a significant workforce here, and we you know, have a lot of people that are going to be on the payroll. We're going to have a lot of payroll taxes, going to help out the city, help out the county of Talladega also. So I think that's kind of where we can help. On the other side, we need city leadership to be involved with us.
Okay.
Whether it's come in and call bingo. If anybody in the city has a talent. One of the mayors used to be a piano player, and he would play for our patients on you know, once a month or so.
Okay.
So really involvement with when we have a community event, you know, lots of city participation and things like that. But it's definitely important for us to be involved in the Chamber of Commerce, with the City Council, with the Mayor's office, and any kind of development activities, because if the city thrives, we thrive. It's very important that our hospital is successful.
Right.
We have a very close connection with Citizens Baptist, all the way back when Jack Hethcox was the administrator there, and he taught us a lot, and he built onto his hospital, and like we built on here.
Right.
So we've always worked closely together with these different outfits, you know, with AIDB when Dr. Busta was here and things like that. So those are important then, and they're still just as important today for success of this city and this healthcare community that we have back here on Chappie Street. So Seddrick, like I was telling you before, we have a plaque here. It says, on this site, deaf and blind children of Alabama were well served for 89 years right here. This is the Alabama School for the Negro, Deaf and Blind from 91 all the way through 47. And then the Alabama School for the Negro Blind, 47 to 69. And then the Deaf Blind Department of the Alabama Institute for Deaf and Blind from 70 to 80. So it's got a storied past up here.
Yes, it is.
It's really something, and you know, we're proud and blessed to be able to keep these buildings going, and
So these are the original buildings? Okay.
original, and they are heavy duty, and they've served us well. And
wow.
The alumni from time to time have a reunion up here.
Okay.
And when we purchased it from AIDB, we agreed to do that for them. So I'll give you the orientation here. We've got 6 buildings. Over here, this is the daycare. Daycare center. They care for 60, 70 kids over there. And it's pretty lively when it's a little bit warmer.
And that's for the staff that work here?
Nope, it's just for anybody. It's for any community.
Okay.
Yep, anybody in the community. I know some staff do utilize that. Secondly, building 2, this is our nursing assistant training school.
Okay.
All right, and this is where we're taking those people right off the street, the high schoolers that drive up and down McMillan. So we get some of those guys over here, and we start their healthcare career right here in this building behind me.
Okay.
Over here, this used to be the cafeteria, and basically we use it for our maintenance storage, activity storage. We got all the bingo games and all that. So building 4 here was their auditorium with the stage and cafeteria. So that's where that would happen. And we have apartments that we have set up in here. We have our administrators in training that live there. Our nurse from Gambia started there, and she's recently moved out. Building 5 here was like an administrative office building here, and we have just about finished renovating it into basically a 3-bedroom house. So it'll be designed for either Kenyans, or it could be administrators in training learning. And building 6 is another dormitory that used to be the dormitory for AIDB, and our maintenance director lives there.
Okay.
So it's so convenient for these guys. Yeah, they walk to work every day. If there's an issue, someone locks their keys in a closet, they just walk right across the street. And we also stay in some of these apartments as well when we're visiting. We got to work late, so it's really been a great support facility with all the storied history that we're very fortunate to be a part of. So there you go, Seddrick. So
that is.
We'll invite you over for a barbecue.
Yes, please. Please do.
We do that, Talladega, you have to make your own fun. Because when I got here, I was 25, like I told you. And I grew up in Atlanta, went to Montgomery, and then my next stop was Talladega.
Okay.
Like, man, we were getting smaller and smaller. So I was like, man, in Talladega, you got to make your own fun. So the barbecue grill is super important. And then we discovered a couple, the Cheehaw and Logan Martin a little bit, and it's real close. So, and believe it or not, when they said, Chris, you got to come back to Montgomery and run our facility, we did not want to go. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
We wanted to stay here.
Right here.
But
well,
anyway, it come full circle.
I can't thank you enough for giving us a tour. And
Seddrick.
we talk about a lot about in this community just restoring a sense of pride.
Yeah.
And I'm full with pride today on this tour and what you have to offer here. And we're going to be promoting and the key word, if you like, partnering.
Yeah. Definitely, Seddrick.
For the future. All right.
Yeah,
thanks again.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your time, man.